Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden. I hope everybody's doing great. Today we are going to work on a two pair of mushroom earrings using this little red set of mushrooms and this little brown set of mushrooms. Now, when I was at the Sandpoint Renaissance Fair this last weekend, I sold just about everything that had a mushroom on it. The only thing that was left was the little set of mushroom bobby pins. Everything else with a mushroom, gone. So I'm going to have to make some more mushroom stuff, I guess. So first we're going to start with earrings. So let's turn down and we'll get to work on them. Over here we have these red mushrooms with a couple of these cool earring posts. A little chain. I'm not sure how much I want yet, so I haven't cut it. And some spacers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the tiny spacer, tiny daisy spacer, and this bigger rope spacer, like so. Then we're going to drop our mushroom on top, and we're going to put this little daisy spacer on top of it. So it's going to look like so. Let's get our pliers, since we already have that one together, and bend this baby over so it's ready to be formed. Bing. And we'll do the same with the second. Now, because these mushrooms have a fat base, as do these rope spacers, we need something to keep them from falling through, the wires from falling through. And that's why I put the little daisy spacers on. I'll show you what I mean with this one. See how big that hole is? If I were to take my piece here and go, oh, it's sticking, which surprises me because I figured it would slide right through, but that's all right. We're going to work on this one later. Right now we're working on this set. So now I have to decide how long I want my mushrooms to be, because this piece of chain is going to sit between here and here. And I'm thinking just 3 links. So we'll get our cutters out. Now you could go longer. You could have none at all if you didn't want any, or you could go shorter with just like 1 or 2 links. I'm just going to take 3. There's 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put these directly on to our chain. So I'm going to get my stepped bell making pliers. We're going to go up to the smallest one here, go up and around and over, bring it around. This is a stiff little wire. Lollipop it, leave it a gap because we're going to put it through the chain. We'll feed our chain in. Come on, I want the end link. Like so. Now we'll take one of our pair of pliers and grab where the wires come together down here. Take the second pair, and we're going to wrap that up. When you get it to a nice spot, trim it off and tuck it in. Now we're going to see how straight or crooked I've got it. It's just a little bit tipped backwards, so we'll just straighten it some. There we go. And now this little guy is just ready to go onto his piece here. And we're going to do that with a jump ring. I'm going to oval jump ring out. This is the medium size that I use. Now I would go for a smaller size, but look, it's about the same size as that link, so I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to open this up go through my chain, and then go through my ear wire, or post, whatever you want to call it. Stud. Go close this up, make sure it's closed good. And this first mushroom earring is finished. See how cute that is? So now we do the same thing over here. We're just gonna get our bell making pliers. Get in here. Up and around and over. Bring her down, bring her around. Lollipopper. Make sure you got a little bit of a gap, which it does. Put your chain piece up on here. Grab it with one pair of pliers. Push the wires together. Get your second pair of pliers and wrap this baby up. Now I've got it to about where it's done, so we're going to trim this off and tuck it in. Check to see how straight it is. It's looking pretty straight. So I'm going to open this jump ring up. Put through the chain, put through the ear stud, close it up. There we go. There is our first little pair of mushroom earrings. Aren't those cute? So let's set those aside. Oh, can't even see them. I thought, oh yeah, you can. Now, this is our second pair. We're going to sort of do the same thing. Our posts this time are stars. Aren't those cute? So we're going to take an ear wire, take a daisy spacer. Now this is a bigger daisy spacer than the one we were using before. And this is another daisy spacer here. Put our mushroom on, put our daisy spacer on. So more or less the same. Give it a little bend up here at the top. Same with the second daisy, smaller daisy, bigger daisy. This also makes a sort of platform for our mushroom to sit on. I will say that the mushrooms have uneven bases though, so they don't always sit real straight, but they look cute. So, and now we'll bend this over. Now this chain I'm going to use here is extremely thin. See that? The things won't go through it, though they will go through the little loop on the end where the crystals are hooked on. So I'm just going to use 2 of the crystal pieces. We'll cut the chain. And we'll do the same with this side. 1, 2. Cut it right here. And then we'll cut this extra chain off here because it won't go through. The wire just won't go through it. It's too thin. It's very, very thin. So we're going to put the rest of our chain aside. And then we're going to do a loop here, just like we have been. Wrap it up and around and over. Bring her down and through, lollipop her, leave a slight gap. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little tiny loop that's there by the ball spacer, and we're going to loop it onto there. And now we're going to wrap this side up. Squish the wires where they come together. Get your other pliers and wrap it up. Now I haven't used this particular chain for anything else. I think it's very pretty, but it is tiny and thin. But I thought it would look really cool with these brown mushrooms. So let's cut the excess and tuck it in. Come on, tuck, baby. Now let's see how straight it is. Looks like it's a little crooked. See, it's bending backwards some. So we have to straighten that up. Now we have these really pretty little chain. See, holding that. And then it's going to hook to the star. So we'll do the same thing on this one. And I'll get the hooks to do the star on in just a moment. So up and around and over, bring her down and around, leave a gap. Feed one of our little tiny loops through here. Whoa, don't fall off. Grab it with our pliers. And wrap it up. Now I was actually considering a more dainty ear wire for these because this is a very dainty chain, but I don't know. I like the stars. Though I do have some daintier ear studs that I maybe should look to see if that would work better. So then we gotta cut this extra little bit of wire off and tuck this baby in. And you can see I've got it bent way back this one time, so we want to take it. And I'm putting my thumb right here where it's straight and just bringing the loop forward some. Now we've got our little bit of mushroom on our little green chain. And it is so cute. Now I have to decide if this will go on with a regular jump ring or if I need to figure something. A couple of Tinky Tots out. And we'll see if those will. One of those looks a little smaller than the other. There we go. I think I actually have two sizes of Tinkies in here. So we'll open this up. And we'll see if this will fit on here. So just grab one of these. And we'll see if it'll go on this little loop. Yes, it will. Good, good, good. Now, through our star, close it up. Now we want to make sure this is tightly closed because that little wire is very thin, remember? So there we go. I suppose if we wanted these shorter, but we still wanted 2 of the green crystal pieces, you could always take and just cut the chain out from the middle. Oh, come on, baby. Your buddy went in fine. And jump ring them back together, the 2 crystals. Now, in case you're wondering, I'm doing a wiggle to make sure this is good and tight. I want to hear it scrape together as it comes. There it goes. Because we definitely, like I said, need it to be nice and tight because of that really thin chain. So there is our second pair of earrings, mushroom earrings, number 1 and number 2. We go. There's our 2 pair of mushroom earrings. Now these are all made from things from my stash, but so pretty. See? This is the little brown ones with the green, really delicate green chain. And the star is up on top. And then this is our red pair with a slightly heavier chain, but it doesn't have crystals in it. And I really like those ear studs with the cutout in them. So 1 and 2. You can see that this red one, even though it looks like it's a lot shorter, is not because of the length of the post itself. It's probably a little bit long. It is a little bit shorter, but not that much shorter. Aren't those pretty? I really like them. I hope you enjoyed making these with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. And again, this is just items from my stash. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.